You gotta be firm in this time, son. You gotta be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive. I will survive. And I'm a firm believer. Will forever shine just to stay alive. That simple means say nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can turn me sick. I will let alone negativity. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Nobody can. Everybody show me some strength. No weakness. Show me a lion come. Strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Strength. No weakness. Show me a lion come. Everybody's strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Not when you're old. Your enemies, they must tremble. Your enemies, they must tremble. Yo, not when you're old. Everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. I'm a go-getter. I does go hard. I does go hard. And I'm a kind of fella. Put my trust in God. Put my trust in God.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.
I will survive. I will survive. And I'm a firm believer.
Riders, welcome. Welcome to the ride. Welcome to the ride. Welcome to Monday on the ride. How you guys doing? You know, as you said, you're coming, go ahead and share the thing. Go ahead and share the thing, everybody. As you come in, just click share. Put it on a page. Invite a friend, like I'm doing right now. Invite all your friends. Hey, Les TJ, how you doing? Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Let me invite a few friends over here. Yes. Hey, how you doing? Johnson. What a name, boy. Johnson. Okay, Johnson. I'll pick on you today. How about that? Late TJ, I see Lois, JJ, Caroline, Straker. Big up yourself. Hold on. I'm sharing still. Big up yourself. Kiki, Oliver Joseph. Thank you so much. Elena Gibson. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Guys, today, we have a very interesting conversation for you. And I must say at the top, right? Some of the because of the graphic nature of today's program, descriptive graphic, mention and notation in the program, viewers' discretion is advised. This program here, I don't like to do programs that specifically have to do with kids and death. But it's necessary because this mother went through it, and because we don't want to see another parent, another mother, another family go through something similar, we had to bring this mother on to talk about her story. But it's not easy. It won't be easy to listen. I'll tell you right now, it won't be easy to listen to this program here today. All right? Let's share the program on one more page, and then I'll tell you guys more. Hey, Teddy, Christopher, big up yourself. Lydia, I share. Yes. So from the top, let me say viewers' discretion is advised. All right? Viewers' discretion is advised. I warned you. Now, before we get on to the story, let me take this opportunity to congratulate. Let me take this time to congratulate all the young folks that were successful in their CPA exams. We've seen parents putting up, congratulations to their kids, and their grandchildren, and everyone. So congratulations to everyone who was successful and moving on to another level of education in their life, right? Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. In fact, if anyone here have a family member, a brother, a sister, cousin, or whatever, put their name in there so I could highlight them. Because it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids, huh? All about the kids. All about the kids. Hey Jenny, how you doing? Big up yourself. Alright guys, so let me bring you guys up to speed. Let me bring you guys up to speed what we're gonna be talking about today. Hold on, before we do that, I'm trying to log in for some reason. I'm not able to log in. Alright. For some reason I'm trying to log in and Wendy? Yeah, man, Wendy you passed, long time. Shelly-Ann Duncan Alfred, congratulations to you. Clea Austin, congratulations to you. Who else? Who else have a family member? Who else have a family member on that? Hold on. Who else have a family member? If you have a family member, Lacey J. Gosh. Right, if you have a family member, guys, if you have a family member, put their name in there. I wanna acknowledge them. Yeah. Jocelyn Alexis, Kadisha Charles, congratulations. Big up yourself. Maki, yeah, Maki, you pass through, you go in SAS. I'm echoing. Alright, let me fix that. If I'm echoing. Let me fix that. Also, guys, I wanna make sure that the audio and everything is good before we start. Let me make sure. Lynn, Gail, I'm echoing. I want you guys to confirm. Jardine Williams, am I echoing? Everything is good. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can hold me sick. I will not allow them. Guys, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Am I echoing? Or you guys hear me properly? Am I echoing? Let me know if I'm echoing, guys. Let me know if I'm echoing before we start, before we bring on the guests. Alright? Okay, I'm good. This is Gail trying to throw up the whole program. So audio is good. Alright, guys, I want to take 2 more minutes. Take 2 more minutes because I really want to congratulate the youngsters that were successful in this CPA exam. Alright? Jordan, big up yourself. Congratulations, Jordan. I'm echoing. Why am I hearing that I'm echoing? Nobody can hold me sick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me human. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can. I'm not hearing the echo, guys. I'm really not hearing the echo. And I'm also waiting for our guest, right? But let me tell you guys really quickly what today's program look like, right? Again, I don't like to do these programs, especially when it involves kids. Now, my next guest, right, has been through the absolute worst. the absolute worst. As soon as she get on here, she'll tell you her story and how it all started from the beginning to the end. But I must tell you guys again. I must warn you guys again. The language in this program is very graphic. All right, viewers' discretion is advised. So please be guided accordingly. Okay, the conversation, the graphic that will be shown on today's program. Well, I'm still deliberating on if I'll show some of the graphics. But it is very graphic and it involves a young child, right? The mother will be joining us very, very shortly. She just went to get some stuff done. So while in the meantime, let's just take a quick break. And when we come back, we have a long and very, 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 very hard conversation with the mother of this young child. We'll be right back. Don't move.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon.
Yeah. Hi guys, so we're waiting to connect with the mother. So she could share her story with the rest of the world. All right. She's just prepping herself to come on. Again, guys, for all the soon-to-be mothers or even grandparents, this will probably hit home the worst for you because you understand the process, you understand how it goes, right? 9 months preparation for a young child to find out the ultimate worst thing happen. And the worst thing about it too, what you would learn about the story as soon as the mom come on, probably most of what happened to a 3-month-old child could have possibly been prevented if a couple key people was paying attention to their jobs. Right? I don't want to advance more into the conversation. I want her to tell her entire story. All right? Yes, I want her to tell her whole story. It's she that have her story to tell. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for her, I'm gonna big up some more kids that were successful in the CPA exam. I see a name, Amina A. Thomas. Congratulations. Yes, congratulations. Michelle Langine, thank you so much. You're locked in. Thank you so much. Tahira Nelson. Congratulations to you. Donva J. Fletcher. Congratulations to you. Guys, keep putting up the names. Guys. Tahira Nelson Cherry. Everything have to happen. All right. Yeah, big up. Jamie Thomas. Congratulations. No, the kids and them, they had to be mentioned, because this was the toughest time. They had to go through COVID and to come out and be successful in the CPA exam. Some of them got high honors. We had to congratulate them. Ethan Siri. Sorry for pronouncing the last name wrong. Michelle, I'll say, Junior, big up my boy. Michelle, what's the name? Ethan? Alicia Jazz? Tianche John? Yes, big up. I want to big up all of them. Guys, we're waiting on our guests. She tell me 2 more minutes or so we have a little time. Still. Jaden Cameron, congratulations and big up. Congratulate Nikila Penny, congratulations. Congratulations, Jaden, Cameron, Renata. Congratulations.
That simple means say nobody can hold
Yes. Big up. Keep putting up the names. Jordan, big up yourself. Congratulations to you.
Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can.
Who else we have?
Everybody. Show me some strength, no weakness. Show me a lion come. Strength, no weakness. Show them who we are.
Who else we have? Afia Batiste, Divine Benjamin. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jordan Noel and Taden. Jenia Moraine.
Everything has to happen.
Big up your cousin Angel Henwood. And going to Boca. Tiffany James, congratulations and big up. Also big up the cousin, Glenn say big up our cousin, but that message just went up. I didn't see Jenny. I'm sorry, you'll come back up. Who else? Guys, we're waiting on the guests. So I get a little time. I have to big up some people, some of the kids that were successful in the CPA exam. Back in my days, it was common entrance. Deborah Charles, well done, congratulations. Congratulations to everyone who's successful in the CPA exam. Deborah Charles, well done, yes. Malia, congratulations to Aaron Shares. Malia, Jill and Jaylee.
Everything has to happen.
Yeah. We should, right? We should get some utensils and bags and stuff for the kids, huh? Yeah, that's a good idea. Caleb Williams, big up yourself and congratulations. While we wait for the guests to come in, we gotta big up the young ones. Yeah. All right, so we have our guests coming in right now, guys. Caleb. Listen, I'm gonna dedicate a portion of the program at the end, right? I'm going to dedicate a good portion of the program at the end to big up the young kids or the young ones who are successful in the CPA exam. Congratulations to you guys. Also, I just want to say this, that you have to also congratulate the parents because you guys did well. The kids and them really enjoyed it. This was a difficult time. This was COVID. This was lockdown. This was quarantine. This was tough on them. And they missed a lot of school. And it was successful, so kudos to you guys. All right? Big up to you guys. All right. Let's go into the program, guys. Let's go into the program. Now, my producer, as you know, Lois JJ, is someone that searched the web to make sure that we get all the stories that needs our attention. And this particular story grabbed the headlines because it was so devastating to what happened to this mother, right? It is rough to listen to, and I must say again that language in this program might be hard to listen to. Viewers' discretion is advised. Now, I also was sent a series of visual and photos. I am thinking twice about if I could air it because it is that rough to watch, right? So let's introduce my guest. She is right now in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Hi, good day, blessed day, people.
How are you doing? Her name is Selassie. What's the first?
My first name is Itrishan, as in nutrition.
Itrishan
Selassie. Yeah, Itrishan Selassie the first.
Itrishan Selassie the first. Itrishan.
Yes, please.
let me fix up my camera a bit, Itrishan. Itrishan, first of all,
Yes.
welcome to Ridealong, and I know this is going to be a tough one. I know for you, it's like reliving the moments again. I'm
Yes.
going to sit back a little bit and listen to you speak and tell us the story, how this whole thing started from the beginning, as far back as you could take us. Go ahead, Attrition. We're listening.
All right, thank you. It all started on the 16th day of August of 2020. My son, I Xavier Selassie first, he was delivered via cesarean section. Um, really, this my seventh son. I have six other sons prior, and he was my seventh son. So he was my seventh son. Not only my seventh son, he was the first cesarean section that I had. So it was all strange, all new to me. That going through that and everything like that. So it all started on the 16th, as I said. I was in Union Island. That's in the Grenadines. Grenadines and Vincent, not mainland. And I started bleeding around 1 o'clock on the 16th, the same day, because it was already the 16th. I started bleeding around 1:20, anytime after one there, and I went to the clinic there overnight. And in the morning, that said morning, the 16th, which was a Sunday, the Coast Guard, they came for me and they brought me to the mainland St. Vincent. When I came to St. Vincent, I was ordered to do a screen, which is like an ultrasound of the baby to make sure that he was okay, because though all of that was happening, like the bleeding and all the fear and scare, I was not fearful at all. I was pretty much very calm, very humble, and in my awareness as to what was really happening to my body. I was in the awareness, so I was in no distress. And they sent me to do uh, a scan of the baby, which is a 3D scan that showed me everything. As much you can see his little face very clear. You could have seen the brethren there. He checked the lungs, he checked everything, and the baby was perfect. And to my surprise, he was in no distress, just a happy little boy and a happy mom. Though we were going through all of that, I was quite happy. I was happy. So it wasn't like I was fearful or I was scared or I was traumatized by the whole ordeal. I was actually happy to know that today's the day that my son is going to come, no matter the conditions. I am going to be happy and ready for him. So when I went to the hospital, no, that was outside of the hospital where I get that test done. They took me back there and they said to me, "We're gonna be doing a emergency cesarean section, and we just want to advise you that your husband, your partner, will not be able to come into that room. He will be waiting. He can wait outside of that room, and we're gonna put you to sleep fully to sleep. So you won't be up during this procedure." So I said, "No problem. Okay, I'm here. Let us go for it." Then they took me upstairs the hospital in the surgery room where they usually do the surgery, and my partner was actually sitting right outside of that door where they were performing the surgery. He was sitting right outside of the door, just waiting for me. And I went in the room, say about like after one, anytime 1 o'clock or after one, and they said that the baby he came out. They took him out approximately 2:17 p.m. So he came out around 2:17. That's what they documented. But I was asleep, so that was a hard one for me. Even before I took the needle, I asked that man. There was a radiologist, the one that gave me the medicine. I said to him, "This is so strange to me. Please, I know I'm going to be away, but please do me that favor. Don't hurt me and look over my baby because my husband is outside. So just do it all good for me, please. I trust that you will do all good for me and this baby." And well, after that, around 3 o'clock, I think 2:17 he was born, and at 3 o'clock, I was still out. I was still out under that medicine. So there was a particular doctor there from the NICU. She was in the room. I didn't know how she get in, but she was there, and she was the one that took the baby after they finished cleaning him up and everything like that. They took him outside, but my partner was outside waiting for me all that time. And when he saw the doctors proceeding, like coming out of the room with this baby, and they passed him. They actually passed him, and he knows the doctors. He knew one of them. It was too well, the one that had our baby. He shouted to her, and he's like, "Okay, hey, I don't know what's going on inside there, but Nutrition went in to have a baby, and I'm not sure is she okay." Then by that time she already passed my partner about 5-6 feet. She was going down to the different level with that baby. And my husband, well, my partner, he walked towards her. As to, he was curious too, like, who's that? Who's that she's carrying there? Like, whose baby? But he asked about me. Then she said, oh, nutrition is good. She already had the baby. Everything is good with the baby. Baby is perfect. He had a poo, he had a pee, he had everything. He's just beautiful. Everything is good with him. And actually, here is your son. This is your son. She introduced him to his son after she was passing him, right? She was passing along. If he did not shout her, then he would not know that that was our child, because I was out. So I was very, very thankful that he did ask the question, like ask about me, and then she testifying, okay, here is your son. The baby looked just like his dad, the same formation, the same face. So he knew right away that was his son. And amazingly, that little baby, that little thing, opened his eyes and looked right into the dad's eyes one time. And he just connected to him. But this said to the dad, amazingly, Daddy, you cannot come with us. You cannot go downstairs with us. You can see this baby approximately 2 or so hours after. We're going to take him downstairs to observe him and to finish cleaning him up. We're going to finish cleaning him up. And when mom is over, mom is going to be like up, say, in about 3 hours. That's when the jug usually wears off. So around 3 hours for mom, and for you, you can come back to the NICU and see the baby in about 2 hours time. But you cannot go with us. So he asked if everything is okay. He's like, yes, everything is fine with him. As we're telling you, he's perfect. But we're just gonna take him observation and clean it up.
I'm not gonna interrupt you much. I just want you to go ahead, right? But I want to ask one quick question here. Did you
Yes.
have any reason to believe that there were potentially any problem at all? Did they give you any indication
No,
baby is
not at
doing
all.
something that is not
No. Well,
go-
actually, while I was out, my partner found it strange. He found it strange that the doctor knows him well, and she know he's the dad, and she was passing him straight, and he was right there. If he did not ask her about me, he wouldn't have known that was his child, and he wouldn't have seen him. I don't know what would have happened there, but that he did ask for me, and she did let him know that, well, this is your son that I have here. Well, they took him to the NICU, and as you know, within 3 hours, like right after I got up, I was up say around 5, and they took me to the maternity where all the other young ladies, all the other ladies, all the mothers were. And when I got up right away, I said, "Hey, where is my baby? I need to see him." They said to me, okay, well, dad was still there. He said to me, I saw the little boy. He's beautiful. He's good. He's just downstairs right there. And they have him in the front, and they just waiting on you to come over. So when I'm gone from here, because he was about to go home, he said they're going to allow you to see him. So you just take a little rest, and they're going to allow you to see him. Amazingly,
Okay, guys, we lost a little audio connection there with Attrition. Hopefully, she. Oh, hold on, Attrition, could you hear me? All right, we just lost connection there with Attrition. Let's see if we could get her. Let's see if we could get her reconnected properly here. I'm not going to
went home,
much, because I want everybody to hear her
and I
story
asked them
properly.
if I can see my baby this
Get her
right.
back.
Is it better?
Can you back?
Is it better?
Yeah, you better know. Yes, yes, go ahead.
All right. All right. So they said to me that I want baby tonight. So I asked why. I'm like, every other mother have their baby close to them and there, and why am I not allowed to see him? Oh, dietitian, you just had a surgery and you can rest yourself. You're gonna rest. You will see the boy tomorrow. I'm like, it's not fair. I cannot feel good. I just had a baby and I cannot see his face. I cannot even see him. No, dietitian, it's not happening tonight. So then I call my partner. I say, they're being unfair to me, you know. He said, well, you can't stress because you just had a surgery. And if you stress, you might just bleed. So just wait until tomorrow. When I come, we will go and see him together. It's okay. He's a beautiful boy. I saw him and he's good. So just relax. Take whatever they say to you. Don't fight yourself up. Just relax. And I was, because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't rest because obviously all other mothers, they have a baby, they had a baby, and I couldn't see mine for no reason, and nothing is wrong with him. So all of that, I start, I found strange. So I was paying close attention as to what was transpiring. From there, then my eyes and my soul and everything was locked on to every move, every song, every action. I was paying very close attention. And from there also, I started recording in the hospital, and I took pics of my baby. Just the mind tell me to take pics of what is happening. I did not know it was gonna lead to all of this that is happening today. But let me go forward with it.
Yeah,
He was
hold on
scared.
a second again, mom. Hold on a second again. Let me bring everybody up to speed. If you just came in, this is Right Along Live. We're talking to Electrician. She's telling the story, what happened. So far, you guys, she just described that she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. As far as what they told her in the hospital, everything was fine. Everything was good, right? Um,
Yes.
but everything was good. But, however, when time to see the baby, they wanted to hold back, give us some more time, let the baby stay up and see the baby in the morning. So for
Yes.
what's it? I think one person came out, they didn't get up to date. You didn't miss much. She just gave birth to an amazingly fine baby. That's where we are right now. Go ahead, Tricia.
Yes. So that night I did not get a chance. They did not allow me to see him. So the next morning around 8 o'clock, my partner came and they said, well, actually you can go down this morning and you can go and look at him. I went there, he was there, and he was in an incubator, just warming. He was without any kind of mask or anything. He was just there with a tube, but he had a drip in his hand because it said that they were gonna give him some sugar because I'm not able to breastfeed. I wasn't able to breastfeed at the time because I did not have my blood work. I did not do any blood work or anything. So they wanted to make sure that everything was good with me still before I can breastfeed. So they put a little bit of glucose and put a little IV in and give him that. And he was in the front with just one nurse and other babies like himself who was there with the same thing as premature baby, but for like late preterm, so they were like 37 weeks and so they can breathe on their own, they can eat and all that. So he was just in the front, just lying resting, and they just said to me, well, they're just monitoring him in case of anything, in case whatever. I didn't know why, but they just said to me, he will be here for 3 days, at least 3 days. We're just gonna keep a check on him, being that he's small and everything, and we just just keep an eye. He's healthy, but we just keep an eye on him. So then
But
after 3 days,
hold
I
on a
was
second.
16.
If it's so healthy as they claim, and everything is so fine, everything went through so perfect, why the
But
extended check?
yes, I was thinking that, but they were showing me he's all good. He's just there, and they keeping him there. Like a couple of the babies that were small, and they just kind of just monitor them to make sure that everything is good. And there was two other babies there, a friend that I know, and her baby was the same. He was born like similar, the same amount of time like my baby, and she had a cesarean section too. So I knew the woman well, and her baby was as small as mine, and they were both there, but they had no tubing or anything, just babies that was well formed and considered to be very healthy, but they just were keeping check on them. So I said, okay, after 3 days, I said, well, I'm going to need to breastfeed my baby because I'm good and I don't need to wait on anything. So I would love my baby to suck. He's showing me all of the sucking action. He's ready to feed. So they said, okay, we're going to bring him up on the main ward with you, which is on the 19th. 3 days after, they said, we're going to bring him up to the main ward and then you can start breastfeeding him and everything like that. And we have an IV in just in case. We're still giving him the sugar to maintain him until you breastfeed. Well, when he came up, I start right away. I was ready to breastfeed. I start breastfeeding him, put the breast in, and he sucked right away. He was sucking so hard that I know he was hungry. So they said to me, oh, Mommy, we're going to have to test this baby to make sure that everything is good with his sugar. When they tested me, they said, his sugar is dropping. I said, why is that? They're like, okay, it usually happens to premature babies. So we're going to have to keep him in a little bit longer if his sugar continue to drop. So we're going to keep him an extra day. Because I was released in 3 days. So I was released already, but they kept me back there in the maternity ward because of his sugar being dropped now. because I have my discharge letter to show that I was released and I was actually there waiting on him. The sugar being, fluctuating up and down. Then they said to me, we're gonna eventually take this IV out of him, because what I noticed after a day or two, his arm, one of the arm where the IV was, it was swollen, and the area where the needle was, it was yellow, like inflamed. So I asked the nurse to remove it. I'm like, my baby hand, he's so small, yet this hand is so big, and all of the medicine is going in his arm, and the area is pretty yellow and infected. So I said, I want this IV out because it's not good. So she said, yes, we're gonna take it out, but we're gonna need to put one back in his foot, because reason being, his sugar is dropping, and if it drop and we don't have the sugar in, he can like get brain damage or anything like that. So we're gonna have to try and give him the sugar back in the IV, and for the meantime, we're gonna give it to him orally. We're gonna give it to him orally, which I said, okay, no problem. So I saw them, they start bringing some student doctors, some young ones, and they start pricking the baby, pricking him until he was blocked out, and they give him back to me, and they said, mommy, give him some breast and bring him back up so we can try and get this IV in again. And every time they would give him back to me, I will literally have to shake him. He could not suck, he couldn't do anything. He was totally out because of the amount of pain. They were choking him, and he was crying. So on I think it was the second day.
Second, ma'am, before you go on again, do you have a fan that's blowing at you?
Yeah, there's a wind that's blowing here. Let me just close it in. All right.
It's kind of into it. Yeah.
Yes, I see it up. So
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it was the second day without the IV in his arm, they said to me, we're gonna try to get this IV in again, and we have the students, it's not working, it's not gonna try again because we need to get this IV in. So I said to them, okay, let me come into the room while you guys try to get it. They said, no, we can't, because they had like young student doctors, and that they were to put IV in on him, So I'm not having, I don't want trainees on my baby right now. Sure, and he's already, been crying. I said, I don't want that. Unless you guys have somebody professional, I would love my baby there. Please pass him out. They passed him over to me, and they were angry. They were vexed because they say like, okay, her baby to get for we to try and put this thing in. But I mean, they would win it for hours and hours, and he was crying, and every time they pass him back to me, he was totally out. I would take about 15-20 minutes just getting him awake to suck the breast again, and he was sucking. When he gained his strength, they would take him and they would choke him again, and they couldn't get the needle in. So I said to them, hey, this is not happening. I need somebody who's professional enough to put this thing in, or we're going to be giving him this medicine orally. And until you guys can bring somebody in, it's not happening. We're going to be giving him orally. So they said to me, okay, there's a young doctor, he's professional, and we're going to call him in. And he came in that night around after 12, and he said to me, Trishan, come into the room with me and hold the baby. And by the second try, the IV was in, and we were up and going again with the sugar. By the second try, the man got the needle in, something that they were trying for hours and hours and could not get in, choke. And the man just came, give thanks to him still. By the second choke, the IV was in. All right, after that, my brother, after all of that now, it was the day to go home now. The day for home. And they said to me, well, the baby sugar was up and down, because the sugar was continuous, up and down. They would give me a chance to breastfeed him, and it would come up, and then sometime it would drop down. So it was like up, down, up. But I wasn't aware as to what was happening. I said, why is the sugar dropping like this? Because I did not even know the word, as I say, hypoglycemic. I know that it was sugar. But then after I went and did my research, and I read the sugar up and down is not really too good as well. But they're saying that it's okay. I just need to get it stable, and then they will send me home. So that day, on the 23rd now, the day in which we were going to be discharged, the main doctor, she said to me, we just checked his sugar again, and it's dropping. And we're gonna give you some time. I said, can you give me some time, because I don't want to be in here. I'm not comfortable in here. I'm tormented in here, and I really would like to go home. So I would love for you to give me a chance to get this baby sugar. I'll breastfeed him, I'll take my time, I'll do it, and then, try and get it up. Please give me another chance. And they said, okay, we're going to give you like an hour while the doctor walk around and check the other mothers. And by the time they came around to me and they checked again, it was up. So they said, okay, well, we're going to release it because now it's up. We're going to release you. But just before that, it was really low. It was down. But after the breast and the feed, he was up. So they said, okay, we're going to release you today. We're going to send you home. Said, no problem. I was happy for that. But to my amazingly, usually with my other children, they will ask me for if I would like to take like a 1 dose of antibiotic shot. And this 1 dose of antibiotic is just like in case your baby were to like get any bacteria or anything inside of him, they will usually give the baby a 1 shot. Just a 1 shot vaccine. If your baby doesn't have any stuff in him, no bacteria, your baby uses a shot. And with all of my
All right, guys, bear with us. So we'll get back at Trishan again. We're chatting live here with Trishan Selassie the First, and she just speaking about the encounter that she had at the hospital in the process of delivering her 6th child, right? So far, things start to look kind of bad, right? But she don't even understand as yet what is to come. It gets worse.
yeah,
Go back
worse.
connection, talk more about it. And it's important that we follow the entire story because you would understand the lapse in communication between the administrators and the parents. Hence the reason why it concluded the way how we did. But there's even a lot more to this story, guys. And hopefully she
Yeah.
get back connection.
Yes.
So you're back? Back again. Yeah, hello?
Yes, I'm back. I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
All right.
I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, my brother. So if I can say now, we're gonna go right into it. They actually, I told them, I said, well, if my baby doesn't have any bacteria or any sickness in him, I don't usually take that 1 shot because all of my other babies, I just had them and I went straight home and they're here today perfect and never really had to go back. They never had to go back to the hospital. They were perfect. Everything was good with them. So if my baby is all good, as you're saying, I'm not going to take that 1 shot of vaccine. Usually all of my other babies, I don't take that. If the baby is good, then I said, then okay, 1 shot of vaccine. Said, okay, no problem, right, because everything is good with him. Then to my surprise, on that day, who was discharging me, she said to me, I'm giving you a letter here, and this letter is for you to bring back tomorrow to the doctor's here. And you bring that baby back in because it was a Sunday evening. They released me. And on Monday early, first thing when the clinic was open at around 8 o'clock, 7:38, they gave me the first appointment for me to bring that letter back in. But knowing me, I'm a natural thing is being told that my baby is good and everything. I'm like, okay, wait, hey, people, I just need to rest right now. With all this cut in my belly and all the terror that I've gone through for the days, I'm just going to rest and put this letter away. So I did not even look on that letter or anything. Was good with him, and I took that. I said it's just a show. I said okay, it's this all the other children. I'm just gonna go home and rest. So when I took that letter and I just came home and I just paid attention to my son and myself. I could have hardly walked because it was really hard
All right, guys. Again, we have some internet
for me.
connection issues with Itrishan. All right, Itrishan, you're back with
It
us?
was hard because I never experienced. I'm back here. I'm here. I'm seeing you. It's just in and out, but I'm here. I'm
Yes.
here.
So keep going, keep going. I wanna, and the reason why we
Yes.
take it from the reason why I want, let me just say, the reason why we're taking this from this part, I want everybody to understand the entire story. You guys probably heard snippet of it
Yes,
on,
man.
but it's important that you hear the entire story. That's why we're taking it from point A to point Z. So just listen
Yes.
carefully, guys. We'll get to all the parts. We'll get to all your concerns and all your questions. So, moms, keep going.
Yes, please. So after they released me, I went home. I took my son back down to the Grenadines because that's where we usually business. I came up from there. I went back home. That's where my home was. So I said I'm gonna go and take a little rest and get away from everything. And within the timing, I will be able to take him into the clinic in Union Island. And Union Island is a small place. So I saw the doctors when I went there, and I told them, I said the baby's healthy, a beautiful little boy. I showed them pictures of him. I said the only thing that was happening was the sugar and a bit of jaundice, and I'm working in that. Because right now he has really white eyes. I already worked on that, and I think his sugar is good because he's sucking and everything is good with him. But he's just a very quiet, humble baby. And I noticed him crying and crying a lot, but it's just the normal cry like all my other babies. So I don't have anything to worry about, but I'll bring him in soon. I'm just going to use the time to help him to gain a little weight, give him a lot of breast right now and get him up. So he said, okay, the doctor said to me, it's okay, Trishan, take your rest. We right here. When you're ready to bring him in, we here. Just do your thing. We right here. So for all those time now I'm there and I'm feeding him and we're paying attention to him, me and the dad and the brothers. We share it love with him. Such a sweet little boy. He was smiling with us. He was there. But I noticed after 2 months or so, he wasn't like I said. He's still pretty small. I said to his dad, he's still pretty small. And is it normal for premature baby to be, like he wasn't supposed to be a little bit fatter than this by now? He said, no, it's okay. The premature baby, they take a little time. So you just do your thing and, everything is good. My brother, within the 3rd month, now we're going into the 3rd month of my son's life. And one day I went out as usual, go to the market to get my little medicine and my little herbs and little herbal business, sell my medicine. I took time off. I said like 2 hours. I said to my partner, I'm gonna go into town for 2 hours because I woke up and we took care of him, fed him, and put him to sleep. So I said I'm gonna give him time to rest and all of that while my breast milk comes in. I'm eating like a cow now, eating all kind of food and vegetables, my brother, just for my boobies to be filled so I can get home in 2 hours to breastfeed him. Okay, 2 hours passed and I told my friends there, where I usually do business, I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna go check in the baby breastfeed, and when I'm finished breastfeeding, most likely I'll come back down the road in the evening time. So they said, okay, no problem. I went home. I saw my partner in the yard, outside with the water in the sun. He's sun in the water to give him a bath, and my other ones were inside just watching the program on the phone, the TV. And I said, they said, oh, baby's sleeping, he's inside. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna clean up and go right into him and give him the breast, wash my hands up and clean up and go into the bed and just lie with him. Sometimes I would lie with him. Sometimes I would put him in my arm, but sometimes I would just take a little rest and just breastfeed him right there on the bed. So I start stripping myself to go on the bed with the baby, taking off my top and everything like that. When I looked down, to my surprise, I saw his mouth fixed, his little lips look all fixed, like fixed. So I'm like, hey, something is strange. Yeah, something is strange here. Then I call my partner. I said, listen to me. This baby ain't breathing. He ain't breathing. And then that right with my partner, he rushed into the bedroom and he started performing the CPR. And we called a friend who had a vehicle to pick me up. She rushed to me. She came to me and she took me straight to the clinic. When I got to the clinic now, I'm hearing my baby struggling for breath, struggling. Like a very strange sound, like you can hear like his lungs are filled with water or something, but he's struggling. So I said to the doctor, the nurses there, hey, help me. My baby's not breathing. He's not breathing at all. And you can hear him. Yeah, we can hear he's struggling. But they look at me and they said to me, Mommy, I'm sorry to let you know that we have nothing, no equipment to dwell with what is happening there, You're going to have to take this baby to mainland, or you can watch that baby just struggle for his breath until he's gone. I said to them, no, I can't watch my baby just struggle and die. I said, so is there any other options for me to leave this land to go to the mainland? They said we can call Coast Guard, but Coast Guard probably doing something else. I said, so any other ways of getting them out? They said, well, the private companies here that you can call, which is Mustique, and you can find out, but it's a lot of money. It's like $3,000 to get this baby off of this land. And I said, it's okay. I don't see money. I see my son. Let me get to these people in Mustique. So I went in and I called the man in Mustique and I asked the fellow, I said, please, sir, please, my baby is only holding on to one breath. He's about to pass out. Please, sir, give me this ride to St. Vincent and I will find the money to pay you. And he said to me, ma'am, no problems, ma'am. I'm sending a plane for you in 15 minutes. A plane will be there to take you to St. Vincent. And I thank that man. I thank him up to this day for that good work. Then the plane came and the clinic, they sent with me, they prepared me and the baby and the nurse, one of the main nurse there, to go with us so she can keep like she can pump the bag, because by now he was needing oxygen. He couldn't breathe on his own because he was struggling. So they decided to give him the oxygen, to put the mask on, and to use the pump bag, which they were pumping. When I got to St. Vincent now, there was an ambulance at the airport and one nurse there. When I got there, I noticed the nurse lifted the baby up to her ear and listened to him, and she just rolled her eyes a bit, and she told the ambulance, let us go. But she didn't say anything to me. But I was looking at everything because I had to pay attention. This is my baby life. I don't know what's happening, if he's gonna make it, but I was praying that he was gonna make it. So I was looking at everything, every sign, every detail, everything that come to me. I was taking data of it. So when I saw her listen to him and the way she rolled her eyes, I said, I wonder if my baby, something is wrong. Like if he passed her, she's not getting a breath. But she continued to pump the bag. And we went into the ambulance, and halfway through to the hospital, the main hospital, she started fainting. She started passing out because I saw my baby rolling out of her arms. So I'm like, nurse, the baby's about to drop. You're gonna drop my baby. And she said to me, yes, I Chishan, hold him. I'm about to pass out. So I said, what about the bag that you pumping? You need to keep his breath up, because that's why the clinic sent you with me, so you can keep his lungs up. She's like, okay, Chishan, don't worry about that. Just put the mask, just put it on over his face like that. It's okay. So I found it strange that I would just have to hold the mask over his face while all the time from Union Island on the plane, you were pumping. So anyways, I just continued to, do my thing. She even asked me to give her some bag from my bag so she can vomit in, because she wanted bags, because she was feeling really bad. She could not open her eyes. She was just laying with her arms wide open, and the ambulance speeding, going, and the other young nurse, all she was doing right there, all she was telling the ambulance driver, she was saying, drive a little bit slower. Everything is being thrown around here. Drive. She wasn't even paying attention to what was happening. All she was telling him, drive a little bit slower, drive a little bit slower. And I'm like, do you see the nurses out there? You don't know how to pump the bag? She's like, no. So I said, okay, well, I'll pump then. I'll try to do what I can. But by the time we got to the hospital now, I rushed out with the baby because, the nurses are out. They out. It's on me now. It's all on me. So I rushed into the accident and emergency, and I placed the baby on the bed. And I said to them, hey, the baby ain't breathing. I need some emergency help here. So they said to me, oh, no one is around at the time. No one is around, but we're going to go to the NICU to get one of the doctors to come up and to check him out for you. And then when the doctor came there, I'm like, hey, I was expecting some like emergency situation, because the clinic called you all and let you all know that there's a situation here. And I come in here, there's nothing. Basically, he just waiting for a doctor to check him. I was thinking that being that it's an emergency, they would have like at least certain things in place that you can at least say, okay, someone was there waiting with a pump or something to help him. There was no help. But then the doctor came, which is one of the doctors from the same team that I'm telling you about. I know him well. He came and he looked at the baby. He's like, oh, this baby did not die here. I'm like, my child, how would you know you did not even check him? He's like, okay. Then he said, nurse, hand something, let me just pump him. Hand the bag, let me just give him some oxygen and see what happened in here. So he proceeded to pump his chest and breathe a little oxygen and pump him, breathe a little oxygen, and he realized, well, he looked at me and he said, mommy, I'm sorry to tell you, this baby is gone. Your baby is dead. So I said, okay, doc, I'm looking at it. I'm seeing what's happening. But I'm saying, like, he's not blue or anything like that. And I figured that you should at least kind of give him a little electrical vibration, because we don't know at what point he dropped off. We don't know at what point he died. He passed away. If he's dead, we don't know at what point he's breathing all the time until the nurse lost herself. And I don't know if he shut up for a little bit and he would be coming back. So he's blue. I said, no, he's not blue. He said, well, he will soon turn blue. Okay, doc, I hear you, but I'm not giving up on my baby. You give up so easily. I'm going to continue to pump him. And I continue to pump the baby and pump and blow air in him, pump and blow. And half an hour through, at least half an hour through while I was pumping, I saw his face start changing, and I saw his body got really, like, like low. Like everything seems slow. Everything seemed low. and I noticed that his jaw is tight, so I could not open his mouth anymore. I tried to blow, the gums were shut tight. His shut tight. Seal. I could not pass. I tried poking my finger through, and I could not pass. Everything was his mouth. The jaw was shut tight. So I no longer could have gotten in to blow any more air. So that's when I took him up and I said to myself, okay, son, I accept, you're gone. And I started thanking him right there. He passed away with his eyes open because his eyes were open. It was wide open looking at me. So he passed away with his eyes open, and I just give him the love and thanked him. I thanked him for the time he spent with me, the dad, his brothers. I thanked him for the love that he gave us. He gave us a lot of love. He was a little one, but he had a soul, man. He had a heart. He had a big heart. For those 3 months, I had the chance to meet a sweet angel, someone different, totally different. Even as a baby, he manifested certain things that was unreal, but he manifested himself. So I told him, thanks for everything. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the time. But I said to him, what happened here and what is happening is not natural. It's not natural, and mommy's not feeling the natural vibes. So I know something is wrong. Something went wrong from the beginning. So I'm going to research it, my baby. I'm going to find it and I'm going to come. So they said to me, like about 1 hour or so after while I was there, they said, Mommy, you're going to have to pass that baby over right now, because I just had him in my arms, giving him love. They said, you're going to have to pass this baby over and you're going to have to step out of the room. I said to them, I don't want to step out of the room. Why should I step out of the room? They said to me, well, we're going to cover his face. We're going to put a blanket over his face and we're going to have to cover him up. So therefore, you're going to have to, I don't think you can handle this. I said, no, ma'am. I'm ready to handle anything right now. I want to see how you guys do it. So she wrapped him in that blanket that you have, with the pic that you have there, that blanket, and they placed his name on and all that. Yes, that's it. I asked them to do that for him, like to wrap him and make sure that his name, the name that I gave him, because he wasn't registered and he did not have a board paper as yet. So I said, okay, this is his name. I give him that and everything like that. And they said, okay, that's it. We're going to take him right now. We're going to take him to the morgue. And I walked away, and my brother, Junior.
Hold on.
Yes.
Come on, before we go forward, guys, you're watching Ridealong live. Let me just breathe a little bit.
Yes, man.
This for a mother to witness this, you have to be strong to sit there and watch.
Oh, hey.
It
wasn't easy, bro.
At this point, it's difficult.
Very,
right?
Very difficult.
Before we go on to the next segment, because the morgue was a whole other story. Before we get on to there, I wanna ask about that letter that they gave you with the information that you're supposed to come back at a certain period of time. In hindsight,
yes.
Do you think that you should have followed that instructions and go back?
Nah, had I followed that instruction, I would, believe me, I wouldn't have known what happened, that all that went on with my baby, that they wrote for that doctor. I had a chance to read all of the doctor writing. They write the writing, they wrote it in writing. It was not for me. It was intended all for the doctor. And in that, everything was in there that I did not have a clue with. I found out now after my baby passed away and I went home. I said, no. I said, oh Most High, allow me to see and to know what happened. Something is strange. Something strange happened. Then a voice said to me, check the baby bag out. Go in the baby bag and read. I want you to read what's on that. When I went in, I realized that my baby was diagnosed. He was diagnosed and treated. Claimed to he was diagnosed and treated with sepsis. Yes, sepsis. Sepsis is a serious thing, brother man. Sepsis, you can go from being pretty normal today, like how you are, by being dead. You actually turn like skin and bone within a quick time. That's how bad it is. It's an infection. It's like an infection in the body, and it can stem from bacteria in the system. So they claimed upon birth, upon birth, the same very day that he was born, they tested his blood and they found bacteria, which is a deadly bacteria. So they presumed it to be sepsis. And with that being said, they said that they treated him. So all the time when they was passing daddy and they told daddy he was fine, he wasn't fine at all. He wasn't
They,
fine at all because
they never told you that sepsis. They never told you what it
no,
was.
no, they diagnosed him. All this was done in secret. So he was diagnosed. He was treated in secret because we didn't know. We didn't know if there's no diagnosis. All we knew it was sugar. All they told us it was sugar. So hey, what now? Hey, what now, my brother? They say that they claim that he had sepsis. They treated him. They gave him such and such medicine, but we weren't told anything at all. And to my amazement, just a few days ago, while I was going through this, I ran into someone from the the person had a mask on, a lady. She came up to me and she hugged me and she said, "Moved by your story. I've been reading the story and I'm moved." So I said, "May I don't know you. Can you just remove your mask from your face so I can see who you are?" When she pulled the mask, I smiled. She said, "You remember me?" I said, "Yes, you are the staff nurse that took care of me and my baby." She said, "Yes." And she said, "Not only..."
All right, we lost connection again with the mom, but she
I
certainly.
am a woman of God. I am a woman. Yeah, I'm
You're back?
here.
Yes, you're back.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
I'm here.
yes.
Yeah,
So when you met the lady, go ahead.
so me, I met this stranger, total stranger, just walked up to me and hugged me in the street and started squeezing me and pulling me close. I'm like, "Miss, can you show me your face? I don't know. I'm thankful for the love, but who are you?" She pulled down. She said, "Look at me. I'm the nurse who took care of you and the baby." She said, "I was home and I saw this story popped up." And she said to me, "I'm a woman of God." And it touched me. She said, "Because while you were there, all I know and all I can remember, your baby was being treated for sugar. That's all. It was only sugar." And all of my other staff know that too, that we were only treating this little boy for sugar, which is giving him sugar, monitoring the sugar, and giving him glucose. She said, "I had his file and nothing in there with disease and no sepsis was there." She said, "But I am a woman of God. So if need be, you need to call on me. I will give a testimony. I'm not going down. I'm not going to be saying anything that I did not do. But this woman, I can," and all of the other staff that was there with me on duty that time, told of any sickness and no disease, that this baby had no sepsis and he was not treated there. So I don't know where he received that treatment. She said, I'm under oath as a nurse. I swear to an oath, and I'm with you." So I have that nurse who's available, old woman. She's ready. She still works there. She said, "I'm still here." So, but I stand
Right.
with you because I only say the truth. She's declaring that she remember me vividly there being treated for sugar.
So
I had friends that visited me and they wanted to know, how long you will have your baby today and you will be out by tomorrow. Naturalist, why are you in here so long? So I said, "It's only the baby's sugar. They're monitoring it because they said they're not going to send him out with the sugar unless it's balanced." That was it. My son visited me, friends visited me, and they all know it was sugar. So to all of our surprise, we didn't know that this baby was diagnosed, and they claimed that they treat him. So we're saying, where was he treated? Well, I saw him the next very day. When did you treat him? And he only had a gyps in his hand with sugar. And it could be proven 100 times it's only sugar. So they claiming that he was diagnosed on the very first day, right after birth, and they went right in and they treated him with all these drugs, antibiotics, that I never was told anything and I never saw that happen. I never saw that happen. So
wow.
my brother, and here is a staff nurse. Here's a big staff nurse who was there, who I remember Viv. She said to me, "Watch, God ain't sleeping in them. I was there with the others and there's only sugar. I don't know what they're talking about and I ain't going along with no one. If it means that they had to fire me, then we will see what happens here." And I'm so
Let's
thankful
go.
for that woman.
Ma'am, let's talk about the autopsy. Because first of all, it's confusing the secrecy, the level of secrecy that's involved in this, right? They never told you at any point in
Yes.
time
Nah.
he was diagnosed with this. He was fine as
Nah.
far as
Nothing.
right?
Yes.
Let's talk
Yes.
about the
Yes. Yes.
autopsy. The autopsy. And how was that done?
All right. All right. Hey, boy, this thing just hot, my brother. It just get worse. Um, upon learning that he, like, when he told us he was struggling for we all know what happened. The baby lungs collapsed. His whole lungs collapsed and his breathing. So if we're gonna, I don't want no autopsy being done on him because I had a chance already to see what an autopsy is like, and he's so small, and I'm not of that. I'm not of that, seriously. Just so the woman said to me, no, it's a sudden thing, and we need to go inside and to see what caused the death of him. So I said, but we all know if you can do some tests, but the fact that the gruesomeness of cutting him down, I'm not into all that. If we can find another way to see if you gotta scan him and do, but just not the bust down. I'm not into that all the cutting down and all. She said we're gonna have to cut him down. But I didn't know that was the same woman who was gonna cut him down, you know. I was sent to speak with her, but I didn't know she was the one who was gonna be doing the autopsy. So anyways, I said, okay, ma'am, I'm gonna have to get documents for him because I don't have a thing for him. I don't have board paper and he's not registered as yet. So she said, okay, well, you go downstairs, they're gonna give you a form. So you hold up, you go and you get you hearing me right? I'm still on, right? I'm still
Yeah,
here.
you're still on. The follow
You
with
hearing
the
me?
back. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Right. All right. So she said to me, when you finish signing that form and everything, then we will what we have to do. But you go ahead and do what you got to do and get the form. And then my brother, the next day, that was the day. The next day, very sad. After that, I went to the registry office and they said to me, we cannot just give you we got some documents, some confirmation from the doctors because you don't have the clinic card or anything like that. So you're gonna have to go back to the administrator and just write something to confirm that he was born there and everything like that. Which I did. I went back straight there, and while I was sitting there in the office with the administrator, one of the worker from downstairs, who usually they would print letters and stuff, the steward office, she was sitting there and she said to the woman, writing this to give her, and the baby's cut already. So the woman said, what are you saying to me? The baby cut? She said, yes, Mrs. Walters, the baby is cut. She said, the baby is cut.
What's the cut? What do you mean? They did the autopsy on the baby already?
Yes, they did right away. She did the autopsy without the administrator. And the same woman, she went in and did the autopsy without anyone knowing. Anyone. She went in and bust down the baby.
I know you sent me the pictures of the autopsy. I can't.
Yes.
Sorry, I can't show it. It's very graphic. I can't show it. But what was so alarming? What about the pictures that you send me? Graphic nature of the pictures is that it's like this. They cut the child, like they gog out his eye.
Yes, they
and
did. And
stitch
they remove his tongue.
okay.
Yeah.
And like stitch him back with a big ass needle, like some big gaping.
Yes, a big bag. Yes, the big string is falling from his chest. I asked her about that. Listen, this thing get hot. Anyways, I'm gonna fade you in, my brother. I'm gonna fade you and take this. This part is so vital. So the woman said to me, she said to me, okay, well, I said, this is too much for me. Did I just hear my baby body's cut? I said, they cut my son already. I said, no, that's it. So the woman said, oh, I didn't know about it. The administrator said, I did not know that. I did not know that. So the woman said, yes, they cut him already. Cut him probably not a good while now, days ago. Probably right after I went in and she just went down and bust him down. But the administrator, she was not aware of that happening. So she was surprised that the woman would go into the body without even saying anything to the hospital. She went in and did that on her own. She went in and did it on her own. She did not say anything to anyone. No one knew that she was in there. And what happened too, she used, he's just a premature baby. You will use like and find a, she used this big string and she just had this string, as I said, dropping from his chest, dropping right out. And not only that, after cutting him, placing him in a warm cooler, warm, not cold enough, warm, with other babies rotting.
Ah,
Okay, that's all. Yes, with other little girls, little boys. Some of them, it's had two of them there. They were completely sucked out, completely. And I was thinking to myself, because when I saw my baby, I did not accept it as my baby. I said, no, that doesn't look like my child. And the man said to me, Trishan, I was keeping track of your child for you. I actually paid special attention to him because I saw your pain. I saw you here all the time. And I told you, I will keep my eyes on him. You know, so when that the one who cut him down, I did not give him no consent or anything like that. I did not sign the paper. I have this. I still have the paper at home right now, right here. I have it right here. It's right here. This is the paper that they gave me from the hospital right here,
yeah.
and this is not signed or anything.
Trishan, hold
It's
on.
not signed.
You said something there. In describing the morgue, and that's the alarming part about this whole lot. I don't understand this. Okay, there's other
Crazy.
babies
It's crazy.
in the in the heat, and everybody just on top of each other, all
Let me give it to
over
you.
dead
Let me give it.
over the.
Yes, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what it is. How it was. Okay, when I went that day, now this is months after. Remember, I was trying to see my baby body, and the administrator is telling me I could not have seen him at the time. I only could have seen his face. That is when she found out he was cut, and I say that's a breach. I let them know right away. I said, Miss, that's a breach, you know. So she said to me, well, you could come and see the baby face, but not his body. I said, why would you want to hide his body from me when when I already know you guys cut it? I already know he's cutting too, so I want to see the whole thing. She, oh no, well, you could see face. I said, nah, that ain't working for me. By that time, I already hired an attorney. I have a lawyer. So I was asking the lawyer, you know, telling him what I'm facing. I want to see the child body because it's been there since December. It's been a pretty long time. And they told me due to COVID, I could not have entered at that time. And then we had a volcano eruption, and they said to me, a lot of bodies in there, you can't see the baby up to now. That was in January now. January, I think, when the volcano hit, I can't really remember exactly when, but around that same time, they said to me, the volcano eruption, and we cannot let you in the morgue to see the baby because there's a lot of dead people in there. But then after everything, I said, okay, I will come back to come to see my son because by now it's a long time he's been there. And before they told me, I asked the administrator to keep the baby there. And she said, usually a body could be there up to a year. So I said, it's set proper. She said, yes, it's set proper. Even up to 6 months to a year, baby could be like that because it's a cooler. So I and he's, you know, the man that was keeping track of him, he said he's good, he's still living and he good, still in good condition and everything. Just working what he working on him still. So when I went the day now, it was like what 6 weeks ago, maybe three. I'll be exact, about 5 weeks ago, to be exact. It was like 6 months now. Going to the 6 month, I haven't seen the baby. 6 months. That's since December, and it was June. I saw him in May. Yeah, May is when I saw him. And what happened now? I went there the day and I said to the man, I said, young man, I came here to see my baby after so long. I want to see him. He said to me, Trishan, where you come now? I said, because this is the time I have. He said, oh, I have to go dig up for he. I have to go and dig up for that baby now. So I said, dig up? What do you mean by dig up? He said, well, there's a lot of children, a lot of babies there. I have to go dig up for he. So I said, okay, all right. So I sat outside the mall for like 15 minutes and he came and he said, I find him. So when I go in there and I saw, he showed me the baby and I looking at the son and I seeing the head and the eyes rotten out and all. That's the first time I ever see anything like that. I was hot and the smell. Then after I said, okay. So I said, he showed this is my son. The reason why now he gave me the opportunity to see the babies. I was questioning if it was my son. So he opened The cooler was open, but he put it open more. And when he opened it, he started pointing out to me, little girls, little boys, premature ones who sucked out with brain and belly. He said everything sucked out of that one. He said everything sucked out. Not that one, two. It's a two was just everything gone. Brain, belly, everything sucked out. And it's a little girls and little boys, different colors. Because all of them, they were wrapped in like in cloth, the cloth diapers that baby would wear, the old time nappy. We would wear the cloth, all of the babies were wrapped in cloth diapers. And all of the diapers now was absorbing the juices that was being sucked, because my baby, he's in that same cloth, and you can see everything. All of the cloth is wet, the juices inside of it. That's why I kept that cloth. Yes, and it wasn't easy for me to look at, man. Brother, man, also the little cute little boys, cute little boys, cute little girls, a whole lot of them. When I saw this little girl, she was chubby and really cute, beautiful baby with curly hair, and her eyes just then. But basically, the on top my baby was on top of them or underneath. I don't know where he found him, but I know they were all on each other. Everyone is packed up, and they're saying that that's not true. I mean, it is true. I heard somebody say that on the news. They claim that it's a big lie. It's the truth. I saw, many others saw, and I know other people will be afraid to say, but there's people that's willing to come out on this platform and talk and say, yes, this is what I saw, and I witnessed that. Okay? I saw babies packed up, because my son, I saw little boys and little girls. I saw all different features of babies. And then when I saw my son, imagine him being in a cooler, and a warm cooler that's warm. Obviously, they're gonna rot, and they've been there for months. Yeah, I'm still here.
Let me take a quick break, and then I'm going to open up the phone lines to get viewers' reaction on this. This is terrible, and mom, you're very strong, by the way, to speak about this, because every time you speak about it, I know it's like you
Yeah,
relive in the
we
moments.
lost
Let's
a
take a
bit
quick break, and then we take your calls. Mom, stand by. We'll be right back. Don't move. Don't move. We'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Feeling hungry, grab a snack. Caribbean food delight. Jamaican patties, light and flaky. Caribbean food delight. Taste the difference.
Oh my goodness.
Food delight. Grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight. Quick and easy, grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight. Oh yeah.
Guys, we're back. Right along live.
Yes, Junior, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah. Trishan, I don't know how you or where you get the strength to even talk about this situation that you see. This involving your
Mm-hmm.
3-month-old son. This is the worst possible
Hey,
thing that a mother could go through. Anybody
I'm
could go
telling
through.
you, after seeing that, I could not cry. I was trying to cry, and no tears. I checked myself for tears and couldn't find tears. And I wanted to cry, and I couldn't. I just had to sit and bear it all. But you know what? The strength. I said I'm gonna use this strength to bring it to everyone. I don't care what happened. I'm gonna share this story. I have evidence. I have so much evidence on them. I'm gonna share it with the world. I'm not holding back. It's too much for me to bear, and I have to talk. And it's the only way I feel good coming up, because I was trying to get attention from the Ministry of Health. My lawyer wrote two letters to them, and they did not respond. All they said, nothing really. They said, okay, we received the letter, and we will set something, but they never came. They never said anything since December. So I keep saying to them, listen to me, as a people, as a country, let us work this thing out before it gets out to the world. I said it will get out, because if you guys keep hiding and squeezing and doing all this, I will have to take it to the wall, because you guys don't care about my son. My son had a spirit and he had a soul. He was a whole human being and he was treated unfairly. And I want to make mention of this, Junior, before we go. But this one is serious, swear. This one is crazy. When after they gave me that medical, that autopsy paper, which is the death certificate, which it was given to me from the pathologist, the same woman that cut him, the same one that cut into his body and did the autopsy. She was the one who was making out the death certificate. So when I went to the office now, they did me the death certificate. And when I read what was on there, it was saying to me, the baby, this is why she cut in and did all them big cutting and big thing. Just to tell me the baby failed to strive. And he was severely malnourished. So I said, malnourished, malnutrition. So you took cut into my baby to tell me my baby malnourished and he failed to strive. I said, that is what all that for. I said, I went to see her. I wasn't pleased. I told him I was not pleased with what she put there. I said, no, she knows much better. She knows much better and she should have done better, but I'm going to go and talk to her to see if she really knows what she's doing. I went up there to see her. And when I called her out, I asked one of her colleagues to call her. And they called her out and I said to her, ma'am, what you've written here is not the truth. There's more to it. I said, if my baby failed to strive and he was like chronic, as you say, malnourished, what could have caused that? Because that's not giving me the cause of the death. I said, what could have caused my son to be malnourished and what caused him to fail to strive? I said, after all, you diagnosed him from the beginning of his life with sepsis, and sepsis is a serious thing. It is a bacteria that can be in the body or an infection that will slowly shut all of his organs down if not treated with antibiotics. It is very treatable. All he needed was antibiotics and some care and love, and he would have been here today with us. But you can see it's a big plan. It is a big plan because I have proof. I have proof. I can use as much strong words as I want because I can back it. I can back it.
Yes.
So my brother, when I went back to the pathologist, I went upstairs. I said, ma'am, better than that. I said, you know, the Most High is angry right now because what you're doing and what you written here is not real. It's not the truth. You know better. We all know better. Me, you, and the doctors, because I come to know much better because I see what happened. Now I have an understanding of what really took place. Let us stop playing the games. You know what she did? A report. And I already gave a record, you know, she already made that record. She went inside, she pulled the document from my hand. She ripped it out of my hand in front of the people, and the people said, what was happening there? She got angry, and she ripped the paper, and she took it inside of her office, and she wrote in the disease. She wrote in sepsis. She changed it right there and then. She changed the report.
Why all this crazy?
Hey, I'm telling you, and I have it. I have everything on record. I have it here. My lawyer have a copy of it. Everybody's in St. Vincent right now is saying, what is that? Imagine that. And she did that in front of people. She did that in front of people. She made a change to something. You're a big pathologist. Don't check and did your autopsy. And you had to wait and me the month to tell you to write in the disease and you in. Shame. Shame. Very shameful. I want the world to hear this, you know. I want doctors and I want pathologists. I want the people of the good people of the world to hear my story. Don't let my son just go down like this. Please.
Yeah. Let's take a call. Let's open up the phone lines here. We got someone online. Caller, you live?
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, Junior.
Hey, caller, go ahead. How you doing?
Yeah, Junior, this is Doc.
Hey, Doc, how you doing?
I am good. And good afternoon to is Aidisha.
Yes.
Yes, Aichishan. Yes, brother. Blessed love dog.
Ask a simple question. Which country is all this taking place?
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, man. Home of the blessed. That's what they said. Home of the blessed. St.
Vince.
Vincent and the Grenadines.
And this looks like it's taking place on planet Pluto or something, Junior. Because
I tell you,
I,
man.
what she
Mm,
did, I heard, I read something about this same particular story. So I'm looking at you, the Life Junior, and I'm saying, but I heard this story somewhere before.
Yeah.
And
mm.
I heard this lady crying for help out on
Mm-hmm.
radio station in St. Vincent Junior. And I
Yes.
feel
Yes.
pain and I feel her pain. But what took me to call, the woman pulled the paper out of her hand in and and went
Yeah.
inside and
And
changed
right there, the disease. Change
her
it. Yes. Yes.
code.
I have a recorded. I have on record doing it. I have her. And a lot of people was watching right there. A lot of people was shocked right there. They were shocked. They were shocked.
I
But I said
can't
to her, hey,
so what I'll hang up and I'll listen. But I just want to know if what she said that the lady ripped the paper out of her hand and changed the report. If that is what I'm really hearing.
Yes, that's exactly what you're hearing. That's
yes,
exactly what you said that she have
exactly,
on record.
exactly. Definitely, I have it on record. I have it on record too. I have it
Yeah.
on record. So you will get to hear it. You will get to see it.
Okay.
If
You're hearing her now, right?
No,
No. To speak again, Attrition.
yes, my brother, I was saying to you, I have all of that on record. And she made the changes, and you're gonna get to see the form that she gave me with the two different ink. And I have it all on record. So, so you're gonna get to hear her talking to me. You're gonna get to see she bringing and making change. I have her on record.
Wow. And
Yes,
let
I
me let me
went and
let
I
me
report. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
audience all the information that Attrition is speaking about here. She sent me some very graphical videos and pictures that we cannot show on the live. I'm sorry, it's too graphic. And it backs up
Mm,
exactly what she's saying in the
yeah,
condition that she saw the I saw the pictures,
yeah,
I saw the video itself. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Attrition, you were saying.
Yes, and I'm saying to you now, she, the woman, yes, she actually made a big, like that. That was it for me when I saw that she actually made a medical report, as you said, death certificate. And I went back to the administrator and I told the administrator I need her to be reported because of her behavior in front of the people. She ripping the form away from me, and she went and she wrote back in the disease that she knew that he passed away with and failed to put in, and I had to go there and correct her and tell her to put it in, and she did put it in. So the administrator, to her head went flying. Did that? And said yes, she did that. The woman was amazed. She was blown away by it. And I told them, listen to me. She asked me if I gave the downstairs the letter for them to make the change. I said, no, we're going to make the change. She's going to make the change in front of the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I have the changes already. I'm going to leave her to sign it in front of the Ministry of Health. So, no, we're going to leave it until such time. I kept it. I kept that power with me. I wasn't going to go and change it for them. I already have the change. She already changed it for me. I already recorded her made in the change. So when the day, because I'm calling out the Ministry of Health right now, I am calling them out because we need attention. My family need attention. Since December, not one word to me. They went in the news and they tried to claim up that, oh, this and that thing happening, and they didn't know it's the truth. They're going to try to say that, come and talk to me. My son is on ice right now. And my brother, Junior, the pictures that I send you, if I were to send you the one on the ice, I'm telling you, you cannot be sitting there. You will just pass away. That's exclusive. The one on the ice that he's on right now, you would not believe how that appeared to me. It's creepy. It's creepy. You will not believe how the man look as an Iceman. As an Iceman. They putting me through all the stages, you know. They putting this black mother through. But I ain't gonna fall for it because I see them. I see them. I have them. I have them. They cannot run. They cannot hide. That's why I asked the woman. I asked her, you know, what I did with her. I said to her, the most I want you to save whatever is left of your soul. Don't go down. Please don't go down, Mrs. I call her by her name. And she said to me, she ripped the paper from my hand and she went in and she put that name. She put the disease in, and that was a big thing. And I felt good to know that she could have made that change and go beyond whatever is happening to her. Just shake herself into truth. I said, shake up with the truth. Go and give me the truth. And she went in and she wrote. That's a big thing, my brother. That's the mainland, the main country, the whole country. She's the one who's been doing the autopsy. She's the one who writes reports for every family. So it, you know, so she writing a report for me and going right there and changing everything right there. It shows, man. It shows what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Let me take another call on the line. Caller, live, where are you calling us from?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, caller, go ahead.
Afternoon. Good night.
Yeah, am I on speaker? Am I on speaker? Caller, if I'm on speaker, take me off a speaker. I'm not hearing you too good. Okay, the person hung up.
It's easy for me, you know. The thing is, it's pain, very painful, Junior. Very, very painful. Very. And my
Sad.
children now, I have little ones, and they keep asking me, especially the 3-year-old. When I come home with a bag, he's asking me, "Do you have Sevi in that bag? Where's Sevi? Is he in that bag?" I said, "No, son. He's on ice. You will get to see him when everything is over. We will get a chance to have closure, son." Every time I go to town, the 3-year-old will ask me, "What do you have in the bag? Is it Sevi? Is it Sevi you have there?" I can't cry because the water ain't coming. I can't. Since the child thing, I never really cry, you know. I only cry because I see other people crying and I feel bad for them. But when I'm ready to release the tears, so my soul be tears, I can't let it out as yet. Because I'm still fighting the battles just for people to see what happened to me, what they did to me and my son. And it is all clear. If you have nurses coming forward and saying, "I did not know of this condition. I wasn't told," I was given a total different file. If you have the pathologist who written a report right before me and rewriting it right there, they had the child body since December. They only released this body to me the other day. And hear what? I had to fight for that, you know. Because they said to me, "I can't get it without a board paper." And I went and I got it without the board paper. I said, "You're violating my natural laws. Don't go too far. Nature's going to judge you. Don't do that." I said, "You guys don't do no more wickedness, no more evil actions towards me, please." And that's when the woman said to me, "Okay, bring this paper and we will work it out and you will get him out." And when I went there, it was just like a mystical thing. She herself didn't even know what happened. All of us just saw, I know the baby move. And at the end of it, they're asking me, "Oh, wait, how that happened?" How that happened? And it was all in the right ways. Hey, the Most High is mystical, you know. Yes, man. Because I needed to preserve my son's body, just in case you guys still continue to keep the truth from me, act like you hiding the truth. If you continue like this, I'm gonna do everything because I'm gonna have an independent autopsy, and I will want his body to open again and to look inside to see what really went on and go on. That's it. Everything is in him. He hold the evidence to it. So you guys right now could say what you want to say, do what you want to do, and everything that you do wants to lie, and it's just adding to me. It's only adding, because everything that they do that is contrary, then they actually giving me in writing and proof of their lies, and I'm loving that. So I said, do what you guys want to do, continue to do what you're gonna do, for the truth cannot be hidden. It is only a matter of time. Even if it's not in my lifetime, the truth will come to the light. It is an innocent baby. It's an innocent you tampered with. So my brother, I have real knowledge to send to you. All I need is your email, and I'm gonna email you all of the documents. I want you to have everything. So I will send everything to you, Junior. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know you're gonna need a lot of assistance counseling going forward, man. Because I know that you're also going through a lawsuit. Are you proceeding with the lawsuit against the hospital?
Yes. Yes, I definitely. The doctors, you see, all of those, I know them personally. You know, it's a personal thing. Because when they meet me, one of them, you know, the one that discharged me, what she said to me, she met me in the road. She said to me, "Aichishan, I heard what happened to your baby, and it made me cry. And I cried till I could not stop crying. You know what she said to me? She said, listen to me though. If you think you come back down there for her baby number 8, the same thing will happen to you. So I said, why you said that to me? Same thing will happen. So I reported her to Mrs. Waters. So Mrs. Waters, the administrator, said to me, she's going to bring that to the health authorities' attention. So she will have to explain to me what she means by that.
So that personal thing then.
Yes, all of that, my brother, all of that. It's not easy, you know. It's not an easy thing, my brother. It's only most of the Almighty. That's what I'm saying. It has to be the most side. That's why I just look at it and just smile. I say, Father, what evil boy. When evil come at you and it come, you know. But I tell them, you ain't going to just take my son and trample me. So no, I will not take that. I would never. That's why that nurse came out to me and she said, you know what she's going to be? She said, I'm going to stand with you. If I lose my walk, I lose my walk because I cannot fly. All of us knew and we know still that treated for sugar. I don't know if no disease and because nothing like that was told to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patricia, listen, we're going to follow the story and continue to be a voice because this is madness. You need justice.
Yes, please. We got man. Yes, it is. I need justice. Brother man, listen to me. It's like my whole soul. Because I'm seeing it's like I see everything. I have it. They just start acting really nervous. The Ministry of Health can't come. The doctors, them when I approach them, you know, all they do is hold their head on the ground. You know. Nobody say nothing. They just on the ground looking. So you see I looking and holding down head for. One of them saw me today. She just run. They just running. Can't even watch me now because I know what they did was wrong, but I forgive them. I forgive them. All I'm telling them is come to me now. Ministry of Health. Somebody from a charity come and just even say something to me. When they're not saying nothing at all, how will it make me feel? How will it make me feel if nobody in a charity say nothing? No one. Only Miss Walters, and Miss Walters is letting me know she cannot bear it. She cannot bear it. She need for Mr. Knights and Mr. She wanted to know how come they may contact me because she sent email to them, she alerted them. So she's like, he did never get in contact with you. I said, no, they never did, and I'm still waiting. So I'm calling out Miss Beach, Mr. Knights, and Mr. Jimmy Prince. You see them three? I'm calling.
We seem like we lost some connection with Attrition again. Let me see if we regain connection back with her.
Yeah.
Attrition, you there?
You gotta be firm in this time, son. You gotta be strong
Attrition, you
in this
there?
time, son. I'm a survivor.
Lost connection. Lord have his mercy.
That simple means say nobody can
She got disconnected. I can't imagine what this lady is going through. I don't think anybody could imagine that, right? So unfair what happened to her. It's so unfair. The child with proper care, love, and some medication, probably the child would have been alive today. But the child somehow, as far as what the mother is reporting, the child was never treated for the disease that they say that he had. The big question is, so as reported by the mother, is why? Why didn't the hospital treat the child for the disease that they know that the child had? It was evident, it was obvious, and she have facts to back up that the child was diagnosed with sepsis, but however was treated for something else. The mother was never told anything about sepsis. She was shocked to even find out that that was the case. She have to go through the pain and suffering of that, and then she have to go through the pain and suffering of the other things. The gruesome nature in how this child was handled by the morgue. Listen, the mother shared with me some pictures, and Lois and them know how them thing and them does make me feel. I doesn't like to look at them thing and them, but I had to, and I had to go through videos and photos of this child weeks and months after the autopsy, and what I saw, I couldn't prepare myself for it. The child looked as something, an alien from outer space, the way how they left the child. Dig up, plug up, cut up, gog out eyeball, and it was the worst I've seen. It was the worst I've seen. Now the mother had to live with all of these things. She was not told. Then here it is that people trying to cover up. And the funny thing about this too is people are somehow blaming her and trying to call her a liar and trying to point the finger back at her like she did something. The mother was just trying to give birth to a healthy child. Why should she not speak out about it? She should. We're gonna keep following the story, guys, because I have a feeling that the story ain't gonna just finish right here. The folks in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is talking about this. The folks all over is talking about this. Now we brought this to light here, and we can't just leave it here. We need to continue to monitor the story and be a voice wherever we can, because there will be a call to action on this. This should not just go just like that. The medical health facility at that particular hospital in St. Vincent and the Grenadines need to answer some questions. Yeah. They have a lot of questions to answer. We're willing to hear the story, but they do have a lot of questions to answer as it relates to this particular story. All right, I'm going to keep the lines open for another 2 minutes, guys. If you want to call in, I'll take your call right now. 718-701-5720. Call, are you calling for the program?
Yes, Junior, I'm calling.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay. Let me just turn down here.
Yeah.
I'm from St. Vincent. I'm living in Canada, but I do follow up on stuff like that.
Okay.
And the thing with the hospital in St. Vincent, it's not now these nastiness is going on. Because way back since I was a child, one of my uncle had an operation there, and they left a piece of gauze in him. They operated on 2 cousins of mine. They did the same thing with the same doctor. My sister, when she had an appendix taken out, when they sew her up, they didn't sew the inner part of the skin properly. So when she had to go to the washroom, she couldn't because the intestine was going up in that hole.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kinking, so it was preventing her from going to the washroom. And she suffered with that for years. When they tried to sue the doctor, nothing came out of it. The last thing we heard of that doctor and his wife is the wife performed another operation on another lady. She died on the operating room at the table. And she left the lady there and walked out the hospital until, I think, a day or 2 after before she went back to sign the death certificate. That was the last thing we heard of them. So I do wish this lady all the best going forward in trying to sue a doctor in St. Vincent. It's not now that they've been doing nastiness like that. The same thing, one of my sister, when she go to give birth, the cord was wrapped around the baby's neck. Instead of waiting until the baby come out, the male nurse pushed the scissors inside my sister, cut the baby on the neck. My sister had to be rushed to the theater to sew up. When she went to look for the medical paper, they disappeared. Yeah, they can't find it. Neither her paper nor the baby paper. So I do hope and pray that something comes out from it, because I did send you on WhatsApp.
Yes, we just
when the lady was probably talking
yes, brother.
on the news.
Yes.
trying to defend what's going on in the morgue.
Patricia, hold on one
I'm the
second.
one
Yeah.
that
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm the one that sent it to you. So they're trying to defend what goes on and what went on and what is going on in the morgue. So I don't know if you could put it on
Yeah.
your ride along page so other people could see it. But I do feel for this woman, and I just hope she get a doctor a lawyer that is strong enough to fight, because Vincent and government when coming and fight in any case that have anything to do with the government himself. You know about it. You deal with case, so you know all about what's going on here.
Yeah.
So, my friend, keep courage, and I hope and pray that you get justice, if not just for you, but for anybody else that's gonna come after you, because it's not something nice.
Yes.
So keep faith and hope and continue to pray that God will give you the strength and the courage to deal with this.
Yes, Mama.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mama.
caller.
Thank you. Yes, I.
All right. Hi, Tristan. Welcome back. We got cut off. Yeah, we're going a little bit over time, so we're about to wrap up, right?
Yes, I.
What do you,
Well,
what do you want to?
I just, my battery really low, so I just wanted to just thank you very much. That's why I came on. To thank
Yes.
you, Juna, for the heart that you have, the heart of gold. Because I don't know you, and I'm knowing you for the first time. I feel like I know you for my whole life. Because of the energy that you give, it's warm and it's love, and I know that it's real. And I thank all of the people everywhere, St. Vincent and all over the world, who actually give me that time and that love and attention that I so need. I just need a comfort just to know that one's know and one's not, having it too, just like myself. It's wrong. It's time to all these kind of negative things, that's happening around us by being out, like speaking out, talking out, and showing that we don't love this thing at all. Thank you again, Junior, and thank you for having me on it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And I will
Thank you so much.
definitely keep up with you.
Appreciate
Yes,
that.
man.
Absolutely.
Blessings and love. I'll keep in touch, okay?
Definitely
keep in touch. Thank you, good people. Thank you. Keep following the story, because I'm not giving up. I'll be on.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
And we'll keep it update and informed with where the story goes next. Yeah, guys. So, as I said, this is not going to be pushed under the rug. We're going to continue to follow up, because this mother has to go through it. She went through it, but she still have to go through this every single day. And she is being vocal, so you could imagine every time she speak about it, is like she reliving the moments. On her behalf, I want to thank everyone who did what they're supposed to do. Like the guy who sent her the airplane to take her son over to mainland St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And he didn't even charge her anything. That person is someone with a heart of gold and deserve to be mentioned as well. But again, guys, we're going to continue to follow this story. It's a pretty sad one, pretty graphical one from my point of view, because of what I had to endure to prepare myself for this particular conversation. And as you guys know, them thing and them, I really don't like to. I don't like to look at them thing. I have nightmares, to tell you the truth, but I had to go through it. Okay, guys, so we're gonna continue to follow the story, and probably in a week or so again, we're gonna bring back Attricia on so she could talk to us about where it is now, and what kind of feedback she's getting from administration, and what other assistance she needs from us. All right, so I'm going to wrap up right here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program. We're about a half an hour, 45 minutes over time, but we thank you. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Oh, before I go, I gotta tell you guys, I want you guys to go over and subscribe to us on YouTube, because it's coming down a little closer to that date till we move all of our programming over to YouTube. So we want you guys to move in with us. If you want to continue to get notification, you gotta subscribe to us on YouTube. Click that link and subscribe to us over on YouTube. Sorry, I'm allergies. So click that link and subscribe to YouTube. If you like the program and you want to keep supporting Ridealong so we can continue to support you, there's a link there that you could click to donate to the program. All right. Funds donated goes right back to our family, and supporting is like paying it forward. We support a number of families who need the assistance on a daily basis. So if you want to continue to support Ridealong, click that donation button and make a little donation. Whatever it is, 50 cents, 25 cents, a dollar, it doesn't matter. A dollar goes a long way to help. All right. So subscribe. Also, guys, we want you guys to check out our new website. You could go over there and take a look. It's riderslive.com. 24 hours programming over there at riderslive.com. Go over there, and again, you could watch Ride Along programming 24/7 at riderslive.com. That's riderslive.com. All right.
You gotta be firm in this time, son.
Subscribe to us Subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the link and subscribe to us on YouTube. So once we make that move, you guys are gonna get notification for our YouTube channel. All right.
We'll forever shine just to stay alive. That simple means it.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon.
All night, hey, 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 all night, we doing it. All night, hey, 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 all night, we doing it. All night, I 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 doing it. I'm getting on bad, and this whole night I'm doing it, making a bacana.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.